Ciao from Rome, I'm Ashley, and so many of you have asked John and me if there's anything special that we're doing right now to make sure that we stay as healthy as we can and to boost our immune systems. So I want to share with you our secrets and a little bit about what we do every day to make sure that we're at the top of health. So one of the first things I do when I wake up in the morning is I make what I call our immune boosting tea. And I start with my infuser right here. And then I pull out the ingredients. And so first thing I put in are Tulsi leaves. So these are dried holy basil leaves. Now this has all kinds of immune boosting properties. So I sprinkle those in. And then fennel. Fennel is actually full of antioxidants. It's antiviral, it's anti-inflammatory, and it's full of vitamin C. So John and I actually eat a lot of raw fennel as well, cut into our salads, or we'll saute it with garlic. Garlic is another really important thing to boost your immune system, so put that on your list as well. Then comes the turmeric. Now, one thing about turmeric, you know about that yellow gritty powder, you have to be very careful because if it gets on your clothes, it will stain them. So use this with caution. I don't have a particular set amount that I use of any of these ingredients. I just use a little dash of this and a speck of that. So really do it to your liking. Then cinnamon. Cinnamon has antioxidants, it's anti-inflammatory as well. Dried licorice. I take a few of those pieces and just put those right in. And then comes these little peppers from our garden. John and I have an herb garden right off of our kitchen. And so we have a pepper plant. I pull these peppers and dry them in the summer and then take it because the capsaicin inside, well, it has proven properties that are very powerful to boost the immune system. So I just crush it, the little red part of the fruit right there, and put it in. Now, speaking of our herb garden, I also have a little bag of dried herbs that have come from our garden from last summer that I dried out. So this is sage, there's mint, rosemary, oregano. All of these are antiviral. So what I did was simply put them in the grinder, made tea out of it, and I put those leaves right in there. Then comes oregano oil. Now, oregano, it's antibacterial, it has antioxidants, it's antiviral. Now, if you're going to use the oil form as I do, then you want to make sure that you have an organic brand. And I just use 1 drop in that. So next we have dried ginger. And dried ginger is great because it's anti-inflammatory, it's antiviral, and all of these things that I have been mentioning, all these ingredients have lots of healthful properties, but I am just specifically speaking about their immune boosting properties today. Now this dried ginger tastes extra good because it was actually ground by John's mom and she gave that to us. Now, here I have some items that I keep in the pantry and they're also part of this. So first of all, coconut oil. This is organic coconut oil. This is great because it's antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal. That's thanks to the monolaurin inside. But I use a tablespoon of this. Then apple cider vinegar, which has a lot of antioxidants. It's also antimicrobial. And I have to tell you that anytime that I feel any sort of respiratory congestion, I take some apple cider vinegar and it clears it right up, which is fantastic. Then honey. So we love honey in this house, and this has antioxidants, it's antibacterial, it's antifungal, and this is extra special honey because this comes from some monks, an abbey outside of Rome, and it's a great story. They actually purchased this property many, many centuries ago. It was outside of the city walls, but the problem was the area was infested with mosquitoes. And so they cleverly planted eucalyptus trees to keep away the mosquitoes. Well, this honey actually comes from those same eucalyptus trees. Then, these 3 items we keep in the refrigerator. So the first is aloe, and one sec. That is our door. One second. Well, that was a fun little surprise because our buzzer doesn't ring often, let me tell you, anymore because, of course, we're living in lockdown. And that was our postal carrier. He was buzzing up to let us know that he had a little package for us. The way that it works is that he buzzes and then he leaves it safely in front of the mailbox, and then I go down and pick it up, and so there's no contact. Of course, we're not signing for things anymore. But anyway, so yes, we're not, our buzzer isn't ringing very often, that's for sure. But interestingly, also included was a bill. So everybody seems to be off work, but the bills just keep coming. I'm not sure how that goes. Anyway, so where do we leave off? Okay, honey. I was telling you about the honey. Oh, these things that go in the refrigerator. So aloe has a lot of antioxidants. It's antibacterial. As a bonus, it's also very healing to the digestive system. It lubricates the digestive tract, and it's very good for the skin. Spirulina, antioxidants, anti-inflammatory, also antiviral. And then lemon, limone. So lemon has tons of immune boosting properties. So it's real easy just to squeeze into your drinks that you're sipping on all day long. And in addition to that, we do take some vitamins and minerals. John and I take multivitamin. We take some zinc every day, and we take probiotics. But really the best way to get probiotics is naturally, for example, through yogurt. Make sure it's made from an active culture. Now, this may seem like a lot, but let me tell you, the way that I managed to make it work is that, first of all, you can see I put all of my ingredients, all of these ingredients, into one shoebox. So in the morning, all I have to do is take that box down and then go boom, 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 and use everything. These three items I put away in the pantry altogether. So again, in one shot, I pull them down. Same with these three that go into the refrigerator. So I try to make it as easy as possible for myself so that I am more apt to do this every day and to make it work. I had to figure out a hack because I had to hack myself to make sure that I would be consistent about it. So our final step is to add the hot water and then allow it to steep for at least 5 minutes. And you'll notice it has this lovely green color. So finally, we'll test our masterpiece. And in proper Italian style, we can use the 5 S's. So the first one is C. Why yes, it has a lovely tone, a very beautiful green color. Swirl. Oh yes, interesting coconut oil legs. Sniff. I detect notes of oregano, thyme, medicinal. Now sip. Interessante. Now the last one is spit, but we're not going to do that one.